Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Nashville Superspeedway in Lebanon, Tennessee, and we are here for Cabela's Cup Series qualifying here on the NOFSRL channel, and we are here to start off with Uncharted qualifying here for the Ruby Tuesday 400. First driver off of the pit road will be the 91 of Quentin Moore. The 50th, Braden Perez, last week's winner at Road America, is going to come off the pit road as well. Keith Kent in the 80. 54 is Josephine O'Neill. 41 is DJ Reed. 26 is Juan Rodriguez. 57 is Eric Olson. 7 is Louis Zankala. 99 is Caleb Rose. 31 is Carter Joey. And the 09 is Brennan Wilmington, as opposed to Declan Wellington Turner. In the 09, Declan Wellington Turner was a bot, so we booted him. And welcome aboard, Brennan. Welcome aboard, Brennan Wilmington. So, here we go. We're going to do Uncharted qualifying here. All 11 are going to come out here for the 5 minutes. And we'll see who runs the fastest lap at the tail end of those 5 minutes, plus the additional resets to make sure everybody has run at least one lap here for Uncharted qualifying. Quentin Moore going to come around. Is this a time lap? Yes, it is. 30.680 for Quentin. We'll see what Perez, Kent, Rose, and Wilmington run this time by. Wilmington's still just starting his. 30.986 for Kent. 30.656 for Perez. Puts him on the top of the board. And only the top two advance, remember that. So right now it's Perez and Moore advancing. DJ Reed settles into that third position. Quentin Moore back to the top of the board with a 30.406. And Perez bops him immediately with a 30.282. And Kent up to second, knocking Quentin Moore out of there with a 30.381 in that 80 Toyota Camry. Now 7 drivers have made laps. Juan Rodriguez, the slowest one right now. We're waiting lap times from Josephine O'Neill, Eric Olson, and Louis Zankala. Here they come around the final corner. It's still Perez and Moore on the top of the board. We'll see what these lap times look like this time by. It'll be 7th for O'Neill. 10th for Olson, and still awaiting a lap time from Zankala. So Zankala will see a lap time from this next time by. But it is still Perez and Quentin Moore on the top of the board right now. As Perez just get a 30.039 in that Lowe's Dodge. Quentin Moore still there with him in that top two, a 30.105, and we'll see what Zankala has run. Oh, he blew an engine immediately after that first lap. Well, I guess we know one guy who isn't advancing. A 31.297, an abysmal lap for Louis Zankala, capped off by an engine failure there in that Buck Racing Ford. He was already having all sorts of problems with that car, so I guess he was destined to just not make it. "30 seconds remain here in Uncharted qualifying as Josephine O'Neill has gone to second on the board with a 30.101 in that 54, knocking Quentin Moore out of the top two by 4 1/1000ths of a second. And Quentin Moore coming down onto the pit road, so he likely will not be advancing to the main race. Keith Kent has gone to second, 30.045, 6 1/1000ths of a second off of Braden Perez's time. And what a brilliant lap there by that 80 Madison Tull. Also a brilliant lap there in that 99, but just short of Kent's time We'll see what kind of laps everybody runs this time by. If they're still overtaking late in this session, this late in the session, we'll see if anything further changes here. As we're in the middle of the first reset, nothing's going to change just yet. Will we have one more? Yes, we will. 29 seconds, so they'll get one more lap. Right now, it looks like it's going to be Braden Perez and Keith Kent advancing to the Ruby Tuesday 400 as the final few seconds will tick off the clock. There's Zankala out on track. Does not run a faster lap time. As the final seconds tick down, it's going to be Braden Perez and Keith Kent both advancing to the Ruby Tuesday 400 here at Nashville. Rose, Olsen, O'Neill, Moore, Rodriguez, Wilmington, Reed, Joey, and Zankala all miss out for the time being, but definitely will be back another time. But now, let's go and head down trackside again for full field qualifying here at Nashville. And here we are for full field qualifying here at Nashville Superspeedway. We'll get these cars rolling off of the pit road momentarily. Braden Perez and Keith Kent advancing from uncharted qualifying, going to join the 40 full-timers here for the Ruby Tuesday 400. It looks like Will Parrish is going to be the first car off of the pit road. He'll be the first to run qualifying laps here around Nashville Superspeedway. Owen Miles out first behind him with his teammate Eric Monaco, then Brad Crawford, Andrew Miller, Ethan Lewis. Here comes Kent. And then we'll get the Titan Nicholas in the 17, Ben Groich in the 78, Josiah Robinson, and everybody else will be out on track momentarily. And in store for a weekend of thrilling racing here in the NOFSRL. Once again, Nashville is a fantastic racetrack. Nashville Superspeedway, that is. Of course, the only Nashville we use here, at least for the time being. We'll see what Derek does with Nashville Fairground Speedway and the Wawa Truck Series before long. But here we go. 8.5 minutes already remaining on this first cycle of the time. Parrish, still has not run an official lap time. All of those lap times up there right now are from the ones who started behind the start-finish line. There are pit stalls behind the start-finish line, so for whatever reason the timer picks them up before they do a legitimate lap time, as I like to call it. Parrish ran a 30.866. It's not the fastest right now. Brad Crawford is. And who's not the fastest anymore? It's Keith Kent with a 30.348 right off the bat in car number 80. That's a fabulous lap. As Josiah Robinson to second, Ethan Lewis to third, Eric Olsen fourth, Brad Crawford fifth. Now Will Parrish has just moved to third on the board, and still some shuffling going on throughout. And Eric Monaco has now gone to the top with a 30.309. And hello, Ethan Lewis in the 51. Trey Smith settles into that second position there, 30.300. Now Titan Nicholas has gone to the top of the board. Make it Dan Park in the 22. And we know Blackout Motorsports has been fast. We know they're fast here coming into Nashville because they were just first and 10th. But now as Parrish goes back to the top of the board and things continue to shuffle around, it'll do this for the first few minutes or so once every car has come out here. Have we seen a lap from? We have not seen a lap from everybody. We've seen a lap from 33 of the 42. Rebelton, the last one in the standings there. I mean, what else is new? But Ethan Lewis coming down onto the pit road. You notice we removed the grass on the apron there just in case someone would overrun that turn and potentially have a chance of rejoining in front of the field when green flag pit cycles happen. That happened quite a bit in testing, so we've just gone and resurfaced that with asphalt. So there's a lot of cars here coming down onto the pit road here just at the midway point, or just before the midway point of this session, as we're seeing times in the 29s. 29.836 for Sophia Fragniti, 29.888 for Chase Buck, in a 29.986 for Keegan Thompson. And now we're seeing quite a bit of 29s popping up there. Joey Hightower now gone to the second position. So it's Fragniti, Hightower, Buck, Thompson, Kent, Rowe, Miles, Stover, Silver Point, and, well, it changed again. As RJ Rosero moved up to the fifth position there in car number 13 with a 29.993, sandwiched right in between Keegan Thompson and the 19 of Charlie Davenport. And we'll keep an eye out for any ties here in the standings, see if we need to alter the order at the end of this session. We will if need be, because, well, right now there's a tie for ninth between Titan Nicholas and Ben Young. And the tiebreaker there will be who's highest in the standings. We will check that at the end of this session. Of course, things have shuffled all over the place since Road America. And I don't actually have these standings right in front of me right now, as I probably should. So I have absolutely no idea who would win that tiebreaker. But just less than 4.5 minutes remaining now here in full field qualifying for the Ruby Tuesday 400 here at Nashville. And I haven't actually... the day I'm recording this is Tuesday, June 8th. So we haven't even aired Road America yet. But just let me tell you, if y'all haven't seen that by the time everything here goes up for Nashville, man, that was a fantastic race. So I hope everyone enjoyed that if you have already seen it. And I hope everyone's just enjoying the racing in general here on the... Well, we're not on the Trinity River Network right now for qualifying, but typically we are for everything else. I hope everyone is enjoying everything that we've been doing here on this network this year in 2021. It's been a difficult year, no doubt about it. 2020 was probably more difficult for most people. Not really for me. For me, everything was just a minor inconvenience compared to what everyone else was dealing with firsthand. But 2021 has definitely been a bit of a rougher year for whatever reason. But and I don't quite know why that is. So I can't really say. But I guess I'm going to do some thinking over the next few days about why that is and what I can do about it to fix this little dilemma. But anyway, we're just under 3 minutes remaining here in this session here at Nashville Superspeedway. I see another tie up there. It's Charlie Davenport and Stephen Colon who are tied right now. And if I am not mistaken, I don't actually know who the tiebreaker would go to there. Again, I guess we'll have to do all of that at post after the race, or after the qualifying session, so you'll know what the actual qualifying order is after or once this race goes up tomorrow, because everything will be on the ticker on the left side of the screen. I believe, off the top of my head, I have a feeling that Charlie Davenport would take that tiebreaker. I have a feeling that Titan Nicholas is going to take the tiebreaker over Ben Young. And I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I believe Keegan Thompson will take the tiebreaker over RJ Rosero. I can't confirm that, obviously, so I'll have to take a look at the standings in post once this has come to an end. But now a minute left. Sophia Fragnini still on the top of the board. Then it's Hightower, Miles, Buck, Crouch, Arnsdorf, Lewis, Creed, Thompson, and Rosero. That is the top 10 right now. Then we go Kent, Nicholas, Young, Park, Kukulon, Davenport, Cologne, Stapleton, Vargas, Rowe, Trey Smith, Brad Crawford, Ryan Durrani, then Wright, Thibodeau, Johnson, Stover, Silver Point, Parrish, and Groich. That's the top 30. Williams, Perez, Miller, Nathan Smith, Robinson, Monaco, Collins, Ribbleton, Osgen, and Watson. That's the top 40. The top and 41st, 42nd, Kanan Biller and Christopher Reynolds. As the clock is ticking down, will we see a reset here? Yes, we will, and I believe that's the first one. So, probably another minute or so remaining here at Nashville Superspeedway, but I do not expect a whole lot of shuffling around for the rest of the field. There's 10 seconds left. As we're seeing some guys come down onto the pit road, most of everybody staying out here, trying to run as quick a lap time as they can. And we'll have one more reset here, one more 30-second stint here in full field qualifying before we get to the end of this thing. You'll see another tie there for 21st, I believe. Trey Smith will take that tiebreaker. Off the top of my head, I think Trey Smith is the points leader, so I believe he'll get the tiebreaker there. But that is going to wrap it up here at Nashville Superspeedway. Congratulations, Sophia Fragnini, for taking the pole position here for the Ruby Tuesday 400. Joey Hightower second, Owen Miles third, Chase Buck fourth, Ben Crouch in fifth, Ben Groich sixth. Arnsdorf, Lewis, Creed, and Thompson round out the top 10. We'll scroll through the rest of your standings here, and wow, another tie there, Thibodeau and Wright. And that I don't know if off the top of my head either, so I'll have to take a look at these ties, and we'll put together the starting lineup in time to do the Ruby Tuesday 400. The point standings and everything will be lined up with how the order should be. But that's going to wrap us up here for qualifying. We'll see you later on tonight for the Pilot Flying J250 in the Scots National Series, and then later on tomorrow for the Ruby Tuesday 400. Until then, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one.